It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is three professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm your host, Josh, and I'm joined by Gabe.
Hi.
And Caleb.
Hello.
And this is the show where we take listener questions and give them definitive, ironclad answers with a sense of style.
Yeah, that's true. There's a panache that we bring to the
We haven't
proceedings.
mentioned the style before, but
yeah,
we thought it might, we thought we'd point it out.
We thought it was communicating on its own, but nobody mentions it.
It's true. It hasn't appeared in any of the reviews that people leave.
Yes.
These guys have a great sense of style in their answers.
Yeah, there's no mention of our sprezzatura that we bring to the whole method.
They don't mention our sprazzatura or our sprezzatura.
Or sprezzatura?
Sprezzatura.
Okay, my apologies. I don't know how you say that in
I actually don't know. One of us is right, but I couldn't.
Caleb?
And I'll decide.
All right.
Caleb is the arbiter.
Who's right? Sprezzatura or
Josh
sprazza?
is right.
Okay,
Sprezzatura.
Sprezzatura.
Just seems
Which
like
is
using his hands.
I have more convincing
You didn't
hands.
use your
Okay,
hands.
well,
he used his hands.
You're not wrong there.
I'm doing the Italian
I did
pitch.
that. I actually did do that when I said sprezzatura.
Sure you did.
But it's,
I didn't see it. So.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter to the listeners.
Nope.
And
Yeah.
the listeners are the ones that we really care about.
And for the listeners that we care about that don't know what sprezzatura is, it's the practice of like if you have a 3-button jacket,
Right.
you're traditionally supposed to button the top 2 buttons, leave the bottom one unbuttoned.
Right.
But an example of sprezzatura might be if you only button the middle button and you leave the top one unbuttoned, and it gives this kind of devil-may-care attitude to the whole fit.
Or instead of like having a perfectly folded pocket square, you just have kind of your pocket silk is just kind of stuffed in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Hanging out.
And
You
it's
don't really
Back
spend
to the
time.
buttons. It's like this instead of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Buttoning.
That's
When you're
perfect
buttoning
translation for the audio format
Yeah.
right
Yes.
there. Is
What-
really evokes
Time to get dressed.
just the
Sprezzatura.
it's
You're no
Sprezzatura
fool.
Saturday. And that's just a little
Just
helpful
one
background.
button when you're getting dressed. Pants unbuttoned.
Yeah. You have one button
Zipped,
token.
unbuttoned.
Zipped. Yeah, this is zipping.
Okay.
That's just
Just
what we
gotta
have.
go
We don't
with
have
what
a
you-
zip, so we're just using what we have.
Yeah.
I'll get a zip.
Note to self.
Yeah.
Get a zip.
Get a zip.
So there's lots of different ways you can embody sprezzatura, and what's ours? What would you guys point out as our main, conversational or analytical?
It's like
panache?
laser focus that
Okay.
you don't see as like beholden or
Right.
like completely like mechanical.
Right.
Okay.
But we are gonna answer your question.
Right.
But we like a lot of times that there's this kind of, it kind of seems like, they're not really honing in on the question. And they're kind of wandering all over the place. There's lots of digressions and all that kind of stuff. But the truth is that's all kind of carefully organized. That's all important context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might
the
think
question.
that we haven't buttoned everything up.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah, that is true. We didn't button, but we did zip.
We
Yep.
zipped. But just think about a zipper when you hear that. It sounds like water, but it's a zipper.
Well, pouring water is like the zipper of water.
Right.
There's a level, and the level is increasing.
Yeah.
It starts out in one place, and then it...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the zipper is the amount of water in the cup.
Right.
Yes. Well, but it's also the amount of water that's not in the other vessel.
That's true, too.
That's the zipper going down.
Okay. Yeah. It's both at the same
being
time.
transferred.
It's a strange thing, but it's like zipping and unzipping.
But
It's like if you used a zipper to zip another zipper, but the zipper that you were using was zipping down while the other one was zipping up.
And that's a less familiar sound effect, the sound of water leaving one thing. We're much more familiar with water filling something up.
Yeah. We don't. Yeah, it's like be like a spritz sound.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. If we have anything that's like
there could be some
sound. Okay, that's pretty close. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're going for.
We have talked about. We've used these for a while.
When
we didn't have the pour sound,
that really
we used this.
That created a vacuum. Now the pour sound is filling.
Yeah, this is water going up, and this is water going down.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Honestly,
That could be zipper.
It can't be now. We've already established that pouring is the zipper.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of the sort of organic thing that you're mentioning is that it just happens kind of while we're doing it.
Yeah. If you don't do, then your pants might.
Right. That's an acceptable sound for pants. But it is not going to be used for
like water falling down, pants falling down.
Right.
Like, guys, I think it's time to just crack right into this question.
I don't see why not.
We have a question from longtime collaborator, frequent collaborator, Joy. And to introduce her to help kind of get her brand across to new listeners.
Yeah.
I would like to, I have a poem here, it's a haiku. It's called Joy Knows What's Up. Joy, I don't even know if this is true.
Is it nice?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Joy doesn't have a dog, but gets visitor alerts. Taught the kids to bark.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they have a dog.
Does that mean? Yeah, I don't think they have a dog.
Is that mean?
They don't.
No.
They don't.
You don't? Okay, good.
No, because it demonstrates that she is able to train her children.
Yes.
In the things she desires from them.
Yeah.
So that's a good quality for a mother to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a mom who teaches her kids to bark is momming.
Yeah.
She's adulting and momming.
Yep.
That's a mom momming. That mom moms.
Yeah. Moms. Mm.
There's in case that was not kind of positive enough, I have another one. This is called Joy's Talented Children. This puts like that. The other one is kind of, it seems like maybe a little bit treating the children like animals.
Yeah.
Sure, not that great.
Sure.
So I wanted to bring on a more positive side. Joy's Talented Children. Joy claps. This is fun. Her kids do great circus tricks. Sit, roll over, play dead.
Yeah. So they're talented.
Circus.
Yeah, so they're not too much like animals. Yeah, if you get too close to them, watch out.
There's a lot of human performers in the circus.
Yeah.
It's probably mostly human performers
Yeah.
these days, definitely.
Oh,
Definitely,
yeah. You can treat humans like whatever you want.
Right.
You can't treat elephants like that anymore.
No. No.
But humans,
Yeah.
if they, if they consent to be treated like an elephant, it's fine.
Right. It might be a better life than what they had previously because people are just treating them like elephants with none of the upside.
Yeah.
If they're big, huge, fat people.
Big, huge, fat person like, oh, yeah, I'll be an elephant.
Missing out on all the perks of elephanthood.
Yeah. Terrified of mice.
Yeah.
One of the perks.
What are the benefits?
Yeah, watch out. This human is sitting on a chair. Yeah.
Yeah. One of those types.
Mm-hmm. The kind of human that, Okay.
Yeah. That's great. Let's get into
awesome.
Joy's question. I'm not sure which of these files it is, so it might take me a second.
Today I got electrocuted for the third time from our stove trying to clean it. Like something's wrong, and if you accidentally touch the stove and the overhead thing, you get a really painful shock. And I thought I was being careful, but I was trying to clean it, and I shocked myself twice. And this isn't the first time this has happened. And I guess my question is, How many times is it okay to let your wife accidentally electrocute herself before you call an electrician?
Wow.
So I sense a kind of baiting for us to be, maybe somewhat unkind to Joy's husband.
This is just for context. Joy sends in a lot of questions. Stephen does too. Joy's really kind of beaten him.
As in Stephen does 2 questions. He sends in 2 questions.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
But one of the things that came up is that Joy mentioned that we are nicer to Stephen than we are to Joy. And so Caleb's pointing out that maybe Joy is kind of feeling that and wants to give us an opportunity to be mean to Stephen.
Right. Because it seems like a pretty obvious correct answer to this question, which if we give that answer, I think we are
throwing Stephen under the bus.
It's not going to be.
And we're being mean to Stephen.
And she seems to think that what you guys think is the correct answer is, I can assume, but that our wives have never, we don't have immediate experience with this.
No, I don't.
In my house, I'm the one who gets shocked by the oven.
Okay.
This has happened. This has happened to me by the oven.
Interesting.
Okay.
It was at our last place where we were renting, and I touched the oven a couple times and was shocked. These are 220 volt outlets.
Right. That's beefy.
It's a little different than
you
don't
if you just
expect that
stick
from
a
an
fork
oven.
in a light socket.
Right. You don't
outlet.
you stick an oven in a light socket and get shocked.
Yeah.
But it'll only be 210 or 110.
110.
Yeah.
Once it gets to you?
No.
If you were to somehow plug an oven into 110 electricity.
That's the maximum current.
So you're still getting that full 220.
You're getting 220 if you're getting shocked by an oven.
Yeah.
That's a more severe electric shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you don't expect it. I've been burned by my oven.
Yeah.
So
I'm shocked.
I guess if Joy was talking about
literally shocking.
It's surprising.
I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, you're like you feel like the oven's kind of working a little out of its wheelhouse.
You're like, why are you trying to do that? You should shoot spouts of flame at me.
Right.
Molten lava.
Wait, what do you?
I don't know.
You think the oven is powered by molten lava?
I mean,
you're saying Gabe's. You don't think what Gabe says makes sense?
I'm just saying that would be more in keeping
with gas. That's like in Hawaii.
Yeah.
There's like geothermal ovens.
Think.
They're not. We don't have electricity or gas, but you can use lava.
Hawaiian appliance makers, look into it.
Yeah, could be affordable.
I think it's a good idea.
Everything
Gabe.
there.
I think you stumbled into something.
Well, I guess we'll have to patent this episode of the podcast as a result.
Did you stumble into it, or is this something you're working on and you wanted to?
I've been cooking this for a little while. It's been on the range. Sometimes I put it on the more direct heat. Sometimes it's just on a warming station.
Radiant heat. Yeah.
That kind of thing. Next to the hot part when the oven is on.
Oh yeah, back.
Yeah, the back. The hot part.
It's the back.
No, it's true.
Trust me,
it's a little exhaust. That, that.
The one is an exhaust.
Yeah.
The one burner.
Oh,
is often
man.
an exhaust.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that is.
Didn't know
that. That's. It puts us in a difficult position as far as managing these two incredibly important parts of the show.
Right.
I kind of feel like I have this figured out, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
The maximum amount of times your wife can be shocked, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Before you call an electrician, 3.
3 times.
Yeah.
Because one time it could just be a fluke, right?
Yeah. You're not sure if your wife knows what being shocked feels like.
Okay, I'm not going to really be able to follow you on that because I feel like it's a pretty specific sensation. I'm just saying the circumstances
I will
could
say,
be.
As somebody that this happened to,
Yeah.
I was like, when I got shocked, I was like, I wasn't sure what was happening.
Now, is this worse or about the same as an electric fence?
Oh, much worse, I think.
Yeah, I think it was worse. It hurt a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the voltage that's going through an electric fence is much less.
It's not 220.
It can't.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
Just a perimeter of a field.
You don't want to cook the animal before you butcher and
Yeah.
parcel all the meat.
Also,
out.
it's pulsing.
Yeah, it's not a constant.
It's bzz, 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 so you can't get stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you could get stuck
Right.
on an AC.
Yeah,
You get stuck.
Yeah.
So, but you didn't get stuck.
I didn't get stuck.
You
I
pulled
just
away.
got shocked and pulled away.
You got shocked and then you were like,
Right.
I skedaddled.
Skedaddled right out of there.
Gabe was like,
Hot,
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
yeah, you stayed around.
Yeah, I was.
And you think
Well,
it's hot.
Well, it does feel hot when you get shocked.
When you get shocked, you can get burned. That's one of the. I was looking up some information. Like part of it is we need to establish kind of what the risks are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
are the risks of getting? I don't know that
Is
they're
220
well
enough
known.
to be fatal?
It is. It's enough.
Okay.
You could die. Well, you could die from either one.
Right.
Actually, so lower voltage, based on my reading, potentially is more dangerous.
Whoa.
Because it would be more likely to affect your cardiac situation.
The
for whatever
electricity
reason.
in your heart.
The electricity in your heart. So you could have a cardiac arrest. That's more of an issue with lower voltage. Higher voltage will cook your organs.
Oh, okay.
So that's
So it's not as bad.
It makes you an oven.
well. It's just exactly. Now you're starting. You're taking out some of the traits of the oven. The oven's looking at volcanoes. Everybody's kind of trading places. Ovens
want to grow up to be volcanoes.
Right. Well, but the thing is, if you think about the cardiac arrest situation, I mean, that could just be it.
Yeah.
Your heart stops. You get some organ damage.
Yeah. If you get, it's like, oh, well, my appendix got cooked a little bit.
Right. But that's okay.
That's all right.
Right. Add a little salt, a little black pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
not
Actually
Ooh, that's a
sounded
good
pretty
meal
good.
for my body.
Yeah.
I hope my body
My
will eat
body.
I
it.
hope my body likes my appendix.
Somehow my appendix got into my stomach.
Yeah. You ate it.
and
It just was like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave.
and you do want
The
to
door to the outside.
The
is
only way I
stomach.
know how.
you do want to see if it's going to be possible to kind of sneak it by the other organs, because the other organs might start to get a little concerned.
Sure.
They kind of see the way
Yeah.
things are going.
If your gallbladder sees it, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But if it's like one of your kidneys
This
or your liver,
is something I would expect. If evolution was true, our bodies would have evolved to, when something doesn't work, to just get rid of it. Why do we have to have surgery?
Yeah.
that's a good point.
If we evolved, then the appendix wouldn't just be hanging out.
That's okay. So devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
What I would say, were I an evolutionist, is, well, that is probably a feature that is yet to be
Right.
developed.
Yeah.
Because our appendix
Work in progress.
It's probably due to some of our modern living that puts you in a situation where you have to get rid of an appendix.
yeah.
Right. So let's keep eating the way that we've been eating for the past 100 years.
Yeah.
Let's do that for another 2,000 years.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see some kind of
We'll just have so much cancer we won't know what to think about this appendix.
I think the appendix the body will know how to shed an appendix.
Yeah.
Yep. Eventually.
Yeah. I hope it's a little less messy than that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just
That sounds pretty messy.
that's
Yeah.
emptying. That's the sound of emptying if you don't remember.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a spritz.
It's not the sound of the appendix falling out.
It's
Right,
the
right,
appendix being spritzed from the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spritz. It's not.
Sorry,
Not the
that's
best.
not accidental bell.
An accident. I hope that was an accident. Hope nobody was shocked.
Oh,
Very good.
boy.
Thank you.
Getting us back on track. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it all bad to be shocked?
Right. There might be some unknown benefits.
Yeah. Even some known benefits.
Yeah.
I mean, ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, is incredibly beneficial for some reason.
Stimulation.
Tonic clonic like seizing.
Tonic clonic?
Is that?
I don't know. That sounds like some kind of comedian from the 80s.
Yeah, Tom Selleck. He's an actor. Tonic clonic. He's a comedian.
Tonic clonic.
I don't know.
I
don't
never
either.
heard of it.
For some reason, that phrase came to mind, and now I don't know what it is. But certain kinds of seizures are the only known way of addressing psychotic depression.
Wow.
So they used to. This is kind of interesting. It's not about being shocked. It's about inducing a seizure. So previously, what they did, they would use insulin to put you into a diabetic,
coma.
Well, like a diabetic seizure.
Oh, okay.
So your blood sugar.
What kind of coma where you're getting some exercise?
You're getting some real exercise. That's how they used to do it. They've decided that's not great for you. They would rather just shock you until you, and that's better.
It is very good for building tone. Though.
Yes.
Kind of working those fine muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you're definitely working muscles you're usually not working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a benefit.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe this isn't entirely accidental on Steven's part.
Sure.
Maybe he kind of sees an opportunity to help Joy.
Help Joy in her psychotic depression.
I mean, she's clearly not getting shocked to the point that she's like seizing. So maybe it's just
she didn't reveal that part at least.
Right.
No. Yeah. That would be more concerning. I would say that's when you go, okay, that's enough of this.
Yeah.
It is enough.
That's one thing that the question doesn't is how many times. It's like, well, under what conditions? What is the actual effect? Are you getting burned?
Yeah.
Is it just a little shock?
And this is just calling the electrician too.
Are you experiencing organ damage?
Yeah.
Or what?
And like if it is calling the electrician, it is like, your wife gets shocked 3 times. Call the electrician. He doesn't have to come out yet, but just call him and be like, hey, so this is happening.
Calling is free.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a bill attached to that because that is, that's the other consideration is like, what's it going to cost to fix it?
And is Steven saving money?
Yeah.
By 2 ways.
Yeah. Hey, now he can get you a new pair of shoes.
Because
Joy.
This is the ECT that you're getting ECT.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, the
You're not
benefits are
paying
going
the
to come.
It's nice. You don't have to go anywhere. You're right there by the oven.
Right. Home care. It's
right. Yeah. You don't have to set aside time in your schedule because it just kind of happens randomly, and it's just kind of it's alongside other activities.
Yeah. There's some question about whether or not certain kinds of things are healthcare.
Yeah.
And we're very much of the opinion that electrocution is healthcare.
Yeah, it's a form of healthcare.
I think so. I mean, I prove that it's not.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I can be convinced otherwise.
Right. If it's not healthcare, it's at least self-care.
Yeah.
Like I think that argument stands. We don't have to defend that at all. It's
even if you just look at some movie examples, like in Home Alone, when Marv gets shocked and you see his skeleton,
right?
Yeah,
that's like an X-ray.
Yeah,
it's true.
Right. Yeah. People were able to diagnose certain skeletal issues.
Yeah.
That Daniel Stern
he got shocked, and then they're like, he has a nail in his foot.
Right. Well, there's that nail. It had sunk in so deep.
They could see that he had a nail in his foot from the waist up.
Yeah. Yep.
They could tell the way the body was reacting.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
I just had to check my phone and see if it is healthcare. And it
is. It is.
Yep.
So Joy's question is, how many times is this okay? Is there anything else here that you guys feel like we need to really explore? Is 3 times good? Does it matter what the level of shock that you're getting?
3rd time's the charm.
Because Joy has a specific instance in mind, but let's say it's just a hair dryer. You keep getting shocked when you use a hair dryer.
Oh yeah.
And it's not. We're talking 110. We're not talking 220.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that change it?
Does that? How many times? Well, it's twice as much, so you get shocked 6 times, I think.
Okay.
By that,
yeah.
Right?
Well, except it's also more dangerous when it's
more
lower
dangerous.
voltage.
Yeah, that's true. Less voltage, right? More dangerous when it's less voltage.
It's more dangerous to your cardiac situation
if it's less voltage.
It's less voltage.
Yeah, if you got a strong heart.
It's another thing.
Yeah.
Know your frame. And know your wife's frame.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's so important in considering kind of these relationship dynamics.
Right.
Yeah.
Just knowing.
Right. This should have been something maybe that was cleared up before you guys got together. Like, how much can you be shocked?
Included in a prenup.
I can actually be shocked quite a bit. Are you able to be shocked as much as me?
Right.
How are we going to deal with this?
Yeah. The only time that you don't really have to talk about it is if somebody got struck by lightning and you know that.
Oh man, that's
and then
too
you're
much.
like, listen, we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Anything that is, you would say is my fault, just negligence.
Yeah.
That's going to be under the threshold of lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think lightning bolt is part of negligence. I don't think.
No.
I mean,
no.
There's probably some
situations.
Yeah.
I guess
Walking
that's
around
true.
with big metal pole in the air,
Right.
holding that during lightning storm.
Yep.
Right. Lightning.
Yeah.
So, has Joy been struck by a lightning bolt?
That's a question that we have for Joy.
Yeah.
Maybe she has some kind of power that the oven senses.
Is she like
Has anyone else been shocked by this oven?
Right.
Is it just you?
That's a good point. It would be interesting to know what the electrician said. Maybe the electrician came out and said, actually, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This oven is working properly.
Did you think maybe you have a superpower, Joy?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have the ability to extract electric shocks from appliances that are working just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, she mentioned...
How could you use that for good?
She mentioned she was cleaning it. I'm wondering if there's water involved.
Oh.
And if that might be contributing somewhat, because as we know, water is extremely conductive with electricity.
It does. It conducts it.
Yeah.
Like a sweet symphony.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
water is up on the stage. Water's got its tail coats. It flips its tail coats.
Yeah.
And it's got a little dicky thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
Drip 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 drip.
Yeah.
Splash 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 splash.
Yeah.
Drip 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 splash
okay,
splash.
that's not a drip. That's not a drip.
Nope.
Okay.
What is a drip?
Yeah. Drip 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 splash.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That's more of a water sound effect.
I don't want to drink any of that water. Not a drop.
There's a lot of water in each drop.
Yep. It's
highly concentrated.
Some of the biggest drips.
Oh, yeah.
One thing that we like to do here on Advanced Answering Techniques is to use sort of drama to create a situation that we can explore.
Right.
And so we can understand some of the ins and outs of some of these things. So so we have a scene that
it's kind of like the electricity of healthcare. This drama is like the electricity of
this
answering a question.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, hold on. I need some help.
Well, like you don't think of electricity as a modality of healthcare,
right? Right.
This drama, this scene.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might be like, "Did that answer the question?" And we can guarantee that it did.
Yeah.
Ironclad.
Yeah. Ironclad answers with a sense of style.
We already said that
with a sense of style. You might go, "Well, did that button up?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it? I don't know. Is it going to button up?
Will it
button.
Will it
button. Yeah. That would be a good YouTube channel.
Yeah. Will it button.
Write that down.
Well, this is already being patented, so
it's like there's like a bowl of soup, and you're like, I think I know how this is gonna end.
It's a bowl of soup with a button floating in it. Will it
a bowl of soup,
and then there's a plain piece of fabric with a button floating next to it.
It's a big flat noodle with a buttonhole cut in it.
Sorry,
and then the button is sewn to a piece of chicken, right? So you can put the
and none of that is
Best Bite.
You can't see that it's sewn to a piece of chicken because it's under the surface,
right?
And then
Just
they
looks like a
pull it
button.
out and they button and they go.
Guess what?
It can button.
Soup.
Surprisingly,
Soup will button.
Soup will button. So the scene is two guys are writing copy for a website about the benefits of electric shock. So we open on these two guys. They're in sort of a somebody's like home office. This is clearly something that they're kind of moonlighting.
Okay.
They're trying to get this thing off the ground, and they're copywriters and they're hard at work trying to come up with some of the benefits of electric shock.
I've got it. I've got another one.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay,
Throw it
Randall.
at me.
Randall. This
yes.
is it.
Yes. Trip.
Electricity. It will. Okay, you know those energy drinks, Surge, and all these different things. They use electrical kind of terms.
Yeah. Sort of a
Let's
motif.
cut right to the chase. Okay. Electricity helps your energy. Wakes you up.
Right.
Gets you going.
You don't have much energy.
Yep.
Add some energy to it. Electricity.
Electricity energy.
And you're going to get juiced.
Yeah. Maybe it's like something that looks like a. I know this is kind of out of the purview of what we're doing here, but this is just an idea I just had that I'd love to share.
There are
with you.
no bad ideas.
It looks like a drink, but it actually it shocks you.
It's just a can.
It looks like a can, and when you tip it up, and when you
Okay.
tip it up, it causes an electrical shock.
And
So
that's
you keep it right next to your bed, wake up, little shock, get going.
Is that just like a battery and some sparkling water? What are we?
I don't know that part.
Okay.
I don't know
so
that part.
How it works, whether it works,
whether
it's safe.
All we're saying is this is one of the benefits of it.
Okay,
you know?
so let's act like that's what we're selling. You know, we don't have that product. What we do have is just electricity coming out of the walls at any time on demand.
That's true.
So, maybe in some ways that's a strength where it's like you don't have to deal with the trash of the can of the energy drink. You don't have to deal.
You start off by selling that, and you go, "You want a simpler solution?"
Yeah. Right.
You got an outlet, right?
And you know what's another issue with these energy drinks?
What?
Extremely high caloric content.
Yes, lots of sugar.
Guess what? 0 calories.
Yes, it's like a diet energy drink.
Electricity. There's no metabolizing that needs to happen.
Yes.
It's probably got a net negative in terms of
you're burning,
right?
You're burning calories.
Randall is struck with inspiration and starts writing out a sentence explaining all of this. The sentence starts with, "You know how electricity shocks you, and energy drinks use electricity in their marketing. And this clearly means that electricity gives you energy."
Okay, so listen, this is the copy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good first draft.
It's
good first draft. I think.
I think it has to hit your ear. You can't just read it. It's like it has to be spoken.
Yeah. Okay.
So like just try read it out loud.
It seems like it's just kind of describing our thought process. It doesn't seem finished.
Well, no, but that's what we're doing now. It's an iterative process. We need to kind of come up with
energy.
Energy
drink. What about electric feeling?
Yes. Yeah.
Energy
I think there's
drink?
even a song that's called Electric Feel.
Oh.
That we could use in the ad for electricity.
I mean,
Randall starts typing again. You know that song, Electric Feel by MGMT? That's kind of what we're talking about here when we talk about the benefits of electricity and how it gives you energy.
Okay, read it back to me.
Okay. You know that song, Electric Feel by MGMT? That's as much as I remember.
Okay. Well, just look down and read it.
Read it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I was trying to go off the dome there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess probably some like insecurity that I might have, or
I mean, honestly,
something like that. Maybe I feel like I need to prove something to you. I don't know
there's
why
some
I did
kind
that.
of, there's some kind of vibe here that maybe we could use. It just kind of sound like a text message someone might send to someone. Okay. Maybe that's what we get.
That's the format.
It's kind of a peek behind.
Yeah.
Like it's just two guys texting about it.
Right. That's the ad.
Yeah. The ad is two men texting and we can use stock footage.
Right.
To set the scene. One guy's in a business meeting, one guy's surfing.
Yes,
and they're just kind of talking about.
And you can use electricity.
Yeah,
safely
in the water. Yeah. In the ocean. You use electricity in the ocean.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Trip starts to remember that they're writing this copy for a utility company.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and that maybe there's something about a way of helping the utility company.
Wait a second, my mind's giving me
some
hints.
More and more electricity.
We're trying to sell
Randall
this. We're trying
typing.
to. We're kind of okay. Really hope.
Randall's having some really good ideas.
Okay. The whole point here, right, is we're trying to come up with copy that we can prove to people that it's not so bad to be shocked by electricity.
Okay.
Your home is an energy drink, basically. You have energy drinks in your walls. You don't need to spend that money anymore. Diet energy drinks.
Right.
You can get a quick charge to finish your day.
Yeah.
To start your day. Don't be worried.
Right.
Don't. If you get shocked, it's not an accident.
Right. Or make it look like it's not an accident.
Make it look like it's not an accident. Okay, that sort of sounds like the opposite of the mob.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Which we could work with. It could be like maybe it's a mob guy in a meeting.
Okay.
And his son is surfing, and they're texting back and forth.
Okay.
And his
how do we know he's in the mob?
We see him get made at the beginning.
Of the ad.
He gets made.
So I feel like kind of a Goodfellas, like in sort of Pesci character.
Right. And it's the good mob.
Oh, okay.
We know that.
Right.
So he gets made, and then he's texting with his son. And
okay.
They're just texting back and forth about energy and their connection to the utility companies.
Okay.
How they need to make it so it's not that the new electricity is unsafe.
It's just a father and son
and son chatting.
Right.
And they're not it kind of seems like we're kind of like making the problem worse.
Wait,
like if I step back and think about it,
okay.
I'm thinking about this ad and how it's going to make so many questions.
Yes.
So we need something that would maybe make a few less questions. It doesn't have to make no questions.
Okay.
But just less questions.
We need an ad that makes the right number of questions.
Right. Number of questions, right. Quality, what kind of questions, we don't know.
But the questions
numbers.
we want to answer are probably, is it safe?
Is it safe?
And the answer to that is probably.
The answer is yes. It's not only safe, it's good.
Yeah. And if it's not safe, it's probably not our fault. It's probably your fault for not taking care of your heart or whatever,
right.
like
did you lie when you moved into this home about how much electricity you can deal with?
Randall feels concerned that they're leaving the energy drink idea behind.
I do think that's probably, the energy drink idea is probably the strongest one, kind of kind of because that's a product that consumers are familiar with, and that we know that they ascribe value to having that pep. And we've seen that electricity is more available. It creates less waste, less of an impact on your health potentially.
Yeah, and it does get that younger crowd that we are trying to, the younger people are not as into electricity.
Let's make electricity cool again.
Trip pitches an idea, something like YOLO.
Yeah. How about this?
Okay.
Raffle.
Okay, rolling on the floor
laughing about electricity.
Okay.
Oh, with electricity.
There you go. Okay, so rough.
And that's a good sign because, like, as you know, you can use, especially if these young people, and these young people have a lot of mental diseases and problems.
Tons.
So, we know that electricity can help with psychotic depression.
Yes.
And, so raffle, rolling on the floor laughing with electricity.
This is just going to tighten it up a little bit. Can I throw this back?
This is what it's just about.
ROFS, ROFS, rolling on the floor seizing.
Yes, rolling on the floor, seizing.
Yeah,
it does seem a little repetitive to me. If you just, just because seizing,
it's generally characterized by some rolling. It is good.
There might be some rolling and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see if we can get it even tighter. What's another?
We could just do S.
Yeah. What's
seizing.
Another?
Seize the day.
Seize the day.
Energy.
Sure. Seize your day.
Seize your day.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Seize your day.
Electricity.
And Randall immediately has kind of a vision of an accompanying picture that is a pretty happy looking guy with a fork about to stick it in an electric socket.
Okay.
I got it. I'm going to get Jerry, send an email over to the graphic designer, Jerry.
Switch that fork into some kind of straw.
Oh, okay. Like now one of those metal sustainable
they're
straws.
Sipping electricity.
Yeah.
It's so you keep the energy kind of drink feel.
That's a more consistent image throughout. Hey, I think we're really onto something. I really think we're onto something.
Zap sips.
Zap sips.
Sip zaps.
Sip zap. I love it. Trip, we got another banger in the bag right here, my guy.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to be out of this basement office in no time.
Yep. I really hope so.
It smells terrible down here.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Trip remembers why it smells so bad.
It's fine. It is your fault, but it is fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't, I exploded.
Yeah, I remember what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It was the kind of sound you never truly forget.
Yeah.
And when I think back on it,
Randall starts to remember why he exploded.
Yeah. So
I don't want to share that.
Well, I can share it then.
You're going to share it? Wait,
yeah.
How do you know what I don't want to share?
It's just a vibe. There's a vibe between us.
Okay.
Well,
if you're going to share it, I guess I'll share it. I might as well share it.
Trip starts to feel more comfortable with Randall.
It's okay, man.
Hey, come over here.
Hey, what's up?
Just give me one of those.
One button. I thought about doing that.
Look, I don't prepare for this all the time. When we come for these sessions. This time I did prepare, and I over-prepared.
I wouldn't say that, man. Don't be so hard on yourself.
I over-prepared, and that's why I was coming out with these ideas fast and, quick, and they're half-baked. Well, sorry about that.
It's fine.
And part of the reason that I exploded is, that half-bakedness is like sort of like, it's like part of how I prepared.
I don't think I'm following at all.
I prepared by eating some half-baked
food. Okay, yeah.
And I think
Salmonella.
it might not, right.
Okay. Well, you know what would help with that? If you eat something that you think's undercooked, just no. just stick a fork. Just hold on to a fork and stick it into the outlet. It'll cook it.
this is okay. That's a whole other thing now. Now we
Yeah,
have our next
we have
ad.
another
we have
idea.
another ad.
Yeah.
Another ad campaign.
Electricity is going to be the health movement of this
Drink.
next decade.
Use electricity, drink electricity, eat electricity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Electricity, a great food,
Right.
a great drink.
Yeah.
Sip zap.
Yeah, and instead of granola bars, batteries.
Yeah, eat batteries.
Eat batteries.
Okay. I think we might be losing steam.
And scene.
Thank you.
Guys, that was great.
Wow,
Oh,
thank
wow.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That was, I mean, it was revelatory, I think,
yeah, I think it clears a lot of
Right.
stuff up.
definitely.
There are benefits to electricity, clearly.
Yeah.
kind of like the guys in that scene,
Yeah.
how they wanted the ad to make the right number of questions.
Right. Yes.
I think the scene made the right number of questions.
The scene did, yeah. And it's interesting. My guys tend to explode, and I'm not exactly certain why that happens. And I'd like, if we could figure that out, that would be great.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could do a scene about that sometime.
About
Not
the
this
guys
week.
exploding. No,
Not this week, but-
Yeah, that would be a good way to
much.
explore it, is for you to kind of get in touch with
Right.
with what makes that happen. We just go right.
I was wondering
directly
what you
into it.
guys thought, about these questions, about these scenarios
Yeah.
that makes my guys explode.
There, I think that there's probably a sense in which you feel like you're bursting.
Yeah, I have
With
I have a
in a
similar
very positive
sense.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's this imaginative, just bubbling up. It's just kind of like pushing
Yeah.
at the edges, kind of testing the seams of your frame.
Yeah.
And it's just the imagination, the generative aspect.
Yeah,
of
because
that
it doesn't
that's
feel
just-
bad until I say it, As soon as I say it, then I go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
What, exploding?
Yeah.
Well, that's
It feels good until I say, well,
Right.
my
That's
guy
kind of a-
exploded.
This guy's blowing out.
He's blowing up.
Well, blowing up is kind of a
that can be
positive
good.
thing.
Blowing up can be good.
Yeah.
Right?
When you're blowing up
Right.
on your socials,
And these
your
guys
phones blowing up.
Clearly had designs on blowing up in the good way. They wanted to blow up.
Yeah.
Out of that basement.
I
that
think what we're
stinky basement.
finding is that you're kind of like scared of success.
Ooh.
Yeah, I it's on my mind for sure. My guys are exploding.
Yeah.
But I do it in the scene.
The
I
very
keep it in the
thing-
scene
Right.
because I don't,
The very
I-
thing that would be the means of their success
Yeah.
is what's actually their downfall, right? These ideas they're generating are
Right.
so they're so propulsive
Right.
that they just kind of tear you apart as you ascend through the atmosphere of whatever success, whatever strata of class
Yeah.
or
Yes.
society, man.
Yeah,
whatever.
like society.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you tear through the strata of society, you have to shed these layers.
Yeah.
and you do have to kind of explode.
Yeah.
It is a kind of explosion, and that's really built into sort of death and rebirth. I don't need to say it. It's
It
kind of like-
rockets you up.
Yeah, it is a way of being made new
Yes.
Wow.
when one explodes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. You don't feel like the same person afterwards.
Right. Totally.
Yeah, and I don't think I ever actually gave a number as to how many times is good for your wife. Okay,
Right.
for your wife to be
Yeah.
shocked. I'd say probably just once.
Yeah, once it happens,
Yeah.
you should
Just one
figure
time.
it out.
Yeah, and if it's like a specific, because like I said, there could be a fluke in
Yeah.
there in the 3 times that Joy mentioned, but one time when you're doing something that you always do, like use your oven and stove
Yeah.
range and the hood. If you're doing something that you normally just do, and then all of
Climbing
a sudden
on
it starts. Sure, yeah. If you, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how you cook your beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what you need to do to clean up after you cook your beans.
Right.
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 Sometimes cooking beans can be,
Yeah. Yeah.
quite an ordeal.
It
An
definitely
explosive process.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I see. I
So-
see what you're getting at now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that there's kind of a range here.
Okay.
I think it's good to
like an oven stove range.
Right, like a stove range. There's a range in that just makes it all the more
open
appropriate.
range. Open range.
Yeah, there's a range, and it's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, in that zone.
I feel, and guys,
what?
The reason I'm saying this is because I think we're gonna kind of keep Steven
inside
in the mix.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
He's not going to be alienated by that.
Because Gabe was kind of saying like, well, one time.
Yeah,
we need to represent.
We
like
need
a
to
balance.
sort of and so 1 to 3, I think is good.
I don't think people are going to call us misogynists if we say 3 times.
Yes. No.
But I just wanted to go on record as I'm on the lower end.
If you can get to it after 1,
yes,
and it's obvious that your wife knows what it feels like to be electrocuted.
Yes, she already knows, so she's not mistaken.
If that's all obvious, then
if it's in the budget,
then sure.
Right. If she doesn't want new shoes this month,
right? Yes, and
she would like to have this not get shocked. Instead of having
she would like to have the not getting shocked experience because we are millennials. We're all kind of interested in experience.
Oh yeah.
If you'd like to buy the not getting shocked by your oven experience,
kind of the VIP bottle service.
Right. Yeah. YOLO. You only live once. Don't get shocked by your oven.
Yeah.
You only electrocute
to the point
once.
that you're getting
electrocute.
You only electrocute once.
Electrocute.
But we found that that's not actually true.
Right.
Or could, in some cases.
Yeah. Well, electrocute. The other ones are electrocute. Yeah.
So anyway, I feel like this is a good move. We're positioning ourselves well to not alienate Steven and kind of keep him.
Which is ultimately our goal.
Is to be nice to Steven.
Right.
Well, but yeah. I mean,
not at the express.
These two things can live together.
Absolutely.
They're not against. They're not
helping Joy.
Yeah.
Yes. Supporting Joy, saying yes. Your husband. Listen, should your husband prevent you from getting electrocuted?
I think. I know. I only said. I know. I said he should call the electrician after 3.
Right.
But he should text after 1.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Wife got electrocuted
by oven. Yeah.
Just letting you know, or what? Like, what's that text? If it's not,
that sounds good. What you said is good.
I think it starts off with you up.
Yeah, you up. Yeah. Wife got electrocuted by oven.
Yeah.
Normal? Question mark.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. And then he's like,
yeah. The electrician.
He thinks it's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I think we do need to translate that drop occasionally.
Oh, occasionally it doesn't sound.
It just sounds like kya. It sounds like he's spurring a horse on or something. Yeah.
No.
Okay. He's saying cool.
He's saying cool.
Right.
He's saying cool in a very specific way.
The coolest way he knows how.
That dude's saying cool.
Yep.
Guys.
And we're all saying cool.
Yeah, we're all saying cool. This is a cool question.
Cool.
We appreciate Joy and Steven's relationship. That seems cool too.
Yes.
And I just have kind of a quick kind of rhyme here. It's kind of an aphorism to sum things up. And it goes like this. Something every good husband knows. An excellent wife stays on her toes. When she seems a mite complacent, open a circuit that's oven adjacent.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's just another thing to think about is like that's a good attribute for a wife. She's alert. She's attentive. She's aware of everything that's going on around her. And sometimes there might just a little encouragement.
Maybe there's some other appliances that should be kind of tricky.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of just.
But okay. But here's the thing.
Like you mentioned, hair dryer.
Now,
sure.
This is. What if she starts getting electrocuted, and then kind of develops an aversion to those
using the oven, say.
Those duties?
Yes. No, you don't. This has to be applied so.
Yeah. You don't want to. It can't be so off.
An anti-Pavlovian sort. You're like, whatever the reverse of that is.
Right,
Yeah.
That's like,
Right,
I mean, that's conditioning, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want that to be. So I guess we'll do a part 2 on this and unpack that further.
Yeah, we don't have time right now.
No.
But do you think these are the
to
kind of
end.
bells that Pavlov used? He was like, and then the dogs were like,
I think it was more of like a desk thing.
Yeah.
One of those.
Ding, like a little
Service
hotel
bell.
service
Yeah.
bell.
okay,
Ding.
fine.
That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. But there's only one person that can answer it, and that's Pavlov himself.
Yes.
Yeah. And I doubt we're going to get much out of him.
Round
these
2,
days.
dogs.
Yeah. You had a.
He's dog food.
He's stock food now. Guys, we've got a song coming up here.
Yes.
I was just trying to think if there's any
Yeah.
context. Sometimes the songs I feel like need a little context. This one I don't think does.
Okay.
It's just a song that's kind of it's dealing with the question, how many times?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Caleb. Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Listen
for
to
being
these
involved.
songs on advancedansweringtechniques.bandcamp.com.
You got it.
You can listen to the individual
All of
songs
them.
there.
You can
Send
go back
in-
and listen to them. $1,000 a song.
Yeah.
Not required, but
No.
suggested.
an
Suggested
option.
donation.
You can send in your questions to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com. We're looking for an
And you
audio
can
file
also-
about a minute in length.
Now we're going to be paying attention to Instagram a little more. So you
Okay.
can
Okay.
actually send us messages, audio messages on Instagram.
That's cool.
That's great.
So
All right. We love that. And
Yeah.
we love you. And
If you like
thanks.
Thanks so much. We love you guys. We love Stephen and Joy.
Yeah.
yeah, and we're nice to them.
We
nice
love their
to them.
love.
We love their love. Bye.
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 How many times am I gonna get out of bed? Always one last time, always a day before you're dead. How many times will I get caught in the rain? When the clouds were heavy, when the willow trees were swaying. There's a finite amount, you can count it out, where we heard of all the harms. But take every moment that I hold you in my arms, yeah. How many times can I keep the bills all paid? Car blows white snow and the furnace starting to fade. How many times will I watch you step out the door and think, who is that? And where have I seen her before? There's a finite amount, you could count it out, where we heard of all the harms. But take every moment that I hold you in my arms, yeah. But take every moment that